Close to 3 years ago, I made a video going over multiple NHL players who at one time in their careers appeared to be entitled. And in this one, we're going to pick back up where we left off with a part 2. But before we do, if you're new here and aren't subscribed to my channel, I'd love it if you could hit the subscribe button for more NHL themed content. Also, this video is brought to you by Sportneer, your go-to destination for wearable weights, equipment, and more. And with that, here are 2 NHL players who are entitled and or expected special treatment. Just a year before the Sidney Crosby sweepstakes took place in 2005, Alexander Radulov was drafted by the Nashville Predators 15th overall. A fast skater with a powerful shot, Radulov wowed spectators specifically for his keen ability to create chances with his excellent vision. After playing in the QMJHL and racking up over 150 points in a single season, Radulov finally made his NHL debut in 2006. To say that Radulov's tenure with the Preds went smoothly would be an absolute lie. Unfortunately, Radulov, who was young, immature, and probably partying a lot, didn't, at least from accounts we're going to touch on, seem to have his priorities straight. According to his former teammate Jason Arnott, who was on the Chemistry podcast, Radulov was a hot mess. From missing curfew to being late to practices to arguing with teammates, the forward, at least back then, wasn't the best teammate. Another thing that rubbed Arnott the wrong way was the fact that he gave minimal effort in some games.
Misses the net again. This is still in game 1, by the way. Watch him on the back check here. That's 47 away. Look at this effort. Outstanding. I'm amazed he can stay up this late at night.
And didn't back check. Also, according to Arnott, he only seemed to care about himself and his personal accomplishments. After he became a bigger problem than Nashville could handle, Radulov decided to go back to the KHL in 2008, before his NHL contract expired. But the Preds were kinda desperate, I guess, in 2012 for some reinforcements, because somehow they were like, sure Alex, join our team and play in the playoffs with us. What could go wrong? Well, on the night before Game 2, against the Phoenix Coyotes of the semifinals, Radulov decided to go out and drink with Andrei Koskinen until 5 in the morning. He was then suspended by the team and called selfish by the Preds GM at the time, David Poile. Predators forward Mike Fisher also had this to say about the incident. Everyone is expected to commit at this time of year and be all in. That had been our real slogan. To not have that is definitely disappointing, he said. Also, according to Nashville's associate coach at the time, Brent Peterson, Radulov, quote, couldn't sit for more than 2 minutes without making noise and disrupting our meetings, end quote. Now, is there clear evidence of Radulov expecting special treatment? No. But when you play a team sport and you blatantly go against the rules that are set in place just cause, that's entitlement. You're acting on the belief that you're more important than your teammates, the task at hand, etc. That you're going to have a good time, for example, on nights that take precedence over being at your best for your team. However, I would like to say that Radulov did mature eventually and made a comeback in the NHL years later. In 2016, he joined the Montreal Canadiens and then played for the Dallas Stars for several seasons. Eventually, though, he decided to return to the KHL, but this time, at least, he finished out his contract first and didn't leave his team high and dry. Now a quick word from the sponsor of this video, Sportneer. As some of you may know, fitness is a huge part of my life and daily routine. Therefore, having a tool in my arsenal like a weighted vest from Sportneer is an absolute game changer. This vest in particular is adjustable due to these weights that are provided. The weights allow for you to customize the weight that's in the vest from 2 to 40 pounds. That's something that I really like about it. Now, in order to try this vest out, I took a rest day from the gym and decided to walk a couple of miles instead. For my first time, I tried 10 pounds in the vest. I even made it to one of my favorite spots in the small town that I live in. I worked up a sweat, but considering that the material is sweat absorbent and the vest is washable, I've got nothing to worry about. If you're looking to up your fitness game today, simply click the link below to get your vest now. And now, back to the video.
How long have you been playing hockey?
For a long time.
Who's your favorite hockey team?
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Once upon a time, there was a Leaf-loving kid born about 18 miles from downtown Toronto. He lived, breathed, and slept Toronto hockey from day one. Well, maybe not as much as former teammate John Tavares, but you get it. He worked his way onto the big stage, and eventually fulfilled his dream of being a Toronto Maple Leaf. Okay, we all love a little parody, right? Anyways, everyone knows that unfortunately Marner's dream of being a lifelong Leaf and legend went down the crapshoot. But, if we're being honest, things started out on the right foot for Marner and company in 2015. Looked at as a version of Patrick Kane with a defensive mindset, Marner went to work alongside Austin Matthews and William Nylander to bring the Leafs back into playoff contention. And for a while, Toronto seemed to be happy with the delivery, as the team made the playoffs in 2017 and continued to. But eventually, the grace ran out, and fans along with the media began to pressure the team to get over the first-round hump. Marner struggled with a lot of criticism that he faced and wasn't able to deal with the media.
Hey guys, Patrick Starr here. Watch this reverse psychology trick Marner tries to use here.
You know, I think we've been saying it this whole time. I mean, we don't care what you guys say. We don't listen to you guys outside of this locker room. We're just focused on ourselves and this group. Don't listen to what you guys are saying.
According to the Hockey News in an article I'll link below, Marner refused at times to speak to the media entirely. Another indication that he was avoiding the media flat out came in the summer of 2024. Marner put strict parameters around what the media could and couldn't ask.
I'm confused. I thought Marner wasn't bothered by the media. I know I'm just a starfish, but make it make sense.
During his charity event for the Marner Assist Foundation. The speculation was that he didn't even want to touch his free agent availability. While this may not seem like a big deal, Leon Draisaitl, for example, attended Zach Hyman's charity golf tournament that same year and was in the same position. He was eligible to sign a new deal on July 1st of last year. However, there were no parameters on what the media could and couldn't ask him. This definitely put a strain on the relationship that Marner had with his fans. When Marner did participate in media scrums, he often rubbed fans the wrong way as well. Last year, for example, after his team suffered yet another first-round loss, Marner compared himself to a god. Obviously, we're looked upon as, kind of gods here, to be honest, he said. While yes, his words were taken out of context to some degree, but still, time and place, Marner, time and place. However, before those comments entered the mindscape of every Marner hater that needed a little reason to despise him, Sheldon Keefe happened. Why, you ask? Are we talking about a former Maple Leafs coach, not named Mike Babcock? Because where is the drama in that? Well, according to NHL insider Elliot Friedman, Keefe, during his 5-year tenure with the team, had to learn how to treat his star player. In the article that I'll link below, Friedman goes on to describe how Keefe had to be extremely careful how he spoke to Marner, because he was so sensitive. Marner was hard on Nylander, but I think Keefe was very careful when it came to Marner, Freeman said. He felt Marner's sensitivity at times. Honestly, it's kind of funny considering that Nylander was literally the one to tell Marner to stop fucking crying.
Stop fucking crying, bro!
As he put it. Anyways, besides all of this, there's the financial component to the story as well. And it does also involve Paul Marner, Mitch's father. During his son's contract negotiations, Paul made it a point to constantly point out how much better his son was than future captain Austin Matthews. It drives our family nuts when you hear guys all talk about who should be the captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and Mitch never hardly gets any consideration, Paul said. And in 2019, many theorized that Paul was at the helm of the contract negotiations that Mitch, his agent, and GM Kyle Dubas had. After they were unable to meet in the middle for most of the summer, by August, things were heating up, but not in the way you'd expect. According to NHL insider Darren Dreger, Marner's camp actually contacted the Zurich Lions in Switzerland to inquire about Marner joining them for training camp. The team itself on his Twitter page confirmed this. However, it didn't come to fruition, as Marner finally was able to compromise with his team officially on September 19th. As most of us know, however, that would be the last time that he re-upped with his hometown team, as Marner was traded to the Vegas Golden Knights at the start of the off-season. In conclusion, I really hope that you enjoyed this video and are open to subscribing if you haven't. It really helps the channel. Also, don't forget to purchase your own weighted vest by Sportneer. Link is in the description. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.